Hi all, welcome back. It's Fleur from Fleurs by Design, back with another Friday inspiration with Joy. And this month we are taking our inspiration, it's February, from hearts and all things love and Valentine's. Even though we'll be posting our video after Valentine's, I wanted to show you how versatile hearts can be in everyday scrapbooking. You don't have to just use them at Valentine's. They just happen to come out with a lot of heart stuff at Valentine's. So I'm just going to show you a few of the things I've got. My husband found these at Target down in the US. These are little heart stickers, and they come in a pack with felt ones and then these cool plastic ones in my favorite color. I also love these little rubber hearts. These are from the crepe paper collection, and they're made out of like a rubber, but they've got the cute little words on them. And then I've just gone ahead and made my own heart embellishments, which I'm going to show you how to do, which is super easy. And this is just using, I just hand cut these from the paper and then layered them. This is 4 layers on these ones here, and I'm going to show you how you can use those on pretty much any project in your traveler's notebook, on layouts. And I'm also going to be using my very last, and I bought these. This is a Dear Lizzie product from quite a few years ago. It's wood veneer hearts. And I bought probably about 6 of them, and I've been slowly using them over the years. This is my last one, but I'm actually going to use this for a birthday present for someone special in my life. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use these hearts. And I've got a couple other little projects that I'll show you using up these hearts here. So sit down, grab a coffee, and let's go. So the first project I'm going to work on is this little heart thing, and what I've done is printed out some photos of a friend of my son's who's like an adopted daughter to us. Her name's Isabel, and what I've done is printed them a bunch of different sizes, and then I've just kind of cut them out to see where they will fit on the hearts. So this one here is big enough to fit here, and then what I'm going to do is just trace the heart shape there. And so you can see I've got probably about 7 photos, and the rest of the ones I'll either leave blank or I'll add some pattern paper. I'll be using the Crepe Paper Heart Day collection to do that, and I'll just do the same thing. I'm just going to trace the hearts onto the pattern paper and then cut them out. So I'll be back. I won't make you sit through me doing all that, but I'll be back to show you how I then attach them on. Okay, so I've glued down all the hearts and the photos, and I've added, I'm just going to try and bring it in a little bit closer. So you can see I've added some little stickers. I've added this little gold heart thing there, a little button, some more words and stickers. Added one of these little bows. This is from Pink Paisley. I added one of the cute little rubber hearts that says mwah. And I'm going to finish this off by putting happy birthday here and add something there. But other than that, I think that's pretty much done. I'll leave it down here so you guys can see the whole thing. So it turned out pretty cute, and I know she's going to love it. So I'm just going to finish off birthday there and maybe I was thinking of adding maybe one of these cute little wood buttons on there as well. And then that'll be done. So I'll be on to project number 2, is just going to be it's actually going to be a Valentine's card for my husband, because I'm filming this before Valentine's Day. So I'm going to make him a card using hearts. So I'll be back to show you how I do that. So for my husband's card, what I'm going to do is take the leftover 6x6 pieces of paper that I have left from the paper pad, and I'm going to make a giant layered heart like I did with here. So there's 4 layers on here. So I'm just going to start with one piece. I think I'll use the cupcake one since that's my least favorite. And I'll use this to make the first big heart. And the way I'm probably going to do that is just fold it in half and then cut out the big heart, and then basically I'm just going to make every heart from these pattern papers just a little bit smaller, and then on the front I'm just going to add Happy Valentine's Day or something like that. So let's see if we can get the first heart done. So you just want to fold your pattern paper in half, and then the way I do it, I kind of measure how big I want the the heart part to be, so I want it to come down to about there, and then I'm just going to freehand it. So I'm just going to make a nice big heart, and then we're just going to go straight down to that corner for the sides. And voila, there's your first big heart. And I'm going to use this heart to trace on my other patterns of paper and just cut maybe maybe a ½ an inch inside for each one, or a ¼ inch, until it gets down to quite a small one. And then I'm either going to sew through the middle to keep them all together, or I'll glue them down. And then, like I said, we're just going to add some decorations to the front. So let's pick our second piece of paper. I think I'll go with the stripe second. So I'm just going to take, what I'll do is I'll do it on the back so you can't see it. And I'm just going to take my heart that I've got, and I'm going to trace it on here. And like I said, I'll just cut maybe either a ¼ inch or ½ an inch, just so that you can see kind of each layer of pattern paper. So I'm just going to start the cut maybe about right there, and we're just going to go follow that same heart. Hopefully you can see that, about the same width all the way. So you're just going to try and stay about the same width through the whole cut process. And it looks like I went a little bit. You can always fix it after. And you could have also folded this one in half to make it easier, but I just wanted to follow the original heart. So there we have 2 layers, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I get all my layers done. Okay, so I've done all my layers, so I ended up doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I ended up with my favorite one, which is like the fringy looking one. And then I found this Happy Valentines, and I just used my Tim Holtz little stapler to staple that onto the front. And there's my little card finished for my hubby for Valentine's Day. And it'll just go with a gift certificate I got for him. So there's another Happy Heart Valentine done. And the next thing I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to end up using the layered hearts that I've made for a layout. So I'll be back to show you that. So I dedicated this heart layout to my son. We are actually born on the same day in February, which is coming up. It's my youngest son, Lyndon, and he is a lot like me in a lot of ways. So I thought I would dedicate this layout with a whole bunch of hearts to him, since we're born on the same day and his birthday is coming up really quick. And I love this I Like Your Face little card from the collection, so I used that. I also used the You're Rad, a couple of little tags, and these are just the layered hearts that I made from the paper, and then these are just the hearts that I got from Target. So I just kind of sprinkled them around, and then I added a little bit of black splatter ink just to finish off the page. And I love the dimension in this page, and you know, it's just a fun photo of me and my son that we'll be celebrating our birthday this month. So I hope you really enjoy this. I have one more project using hearts, and that's going to be a shaker card, and I'll show you how to do that when I get back. So I bought these little tassels from the Maggie Holmes collection, and the packaging they come in is a little heart. It's just a little shell package or whatever they call that, but it's shaped like a heart. So I thought, well, why not try and use it? So I'm going to actually make a shaker card using this little heart. And these are some heart sequins I got from last year's Valentine's collection, I think from Crate Paper. So I'm going to use those, and I'm just going to make another little card for Valentine's Day. But I'm going to make it a shaker card, so I'll be back to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, so what I did is I traced the heart out onto some pattern paper. I'm going to use this cute little emoji hearts paper. And I have this really thin Suk Wang tape. This is probably, I think, the thinnest one you can get. So what I'm going to do is just glue down the edges with this. I'm just going to, what I do when I'm using this tape is I just kind of follow around the outside, because then it seals the whole thing. And you just kind of bunch it together as you're going around any kind of circular edges where it's not going to go straight. You just take it and you kind of bunch it so you can see there. I'm just going to do that and go around the whole thing, because when you're doing little sequin pockets or anything like that, you want to make sure that you have a really good seal on it. A lot of people use foam tape But I just thought this little heart shape was perfect. It would take a lot away from the work that I would need to do to make a shaker card, because sometimes they can take a lot of time. So this will make it super easy, because the shaker card's pretty much done for me. I just need to glue, make sure that we don't have any edges peeking out when I seal it up. So I'm just going to put the Sukewang tape all along this and make sure that there's nothing, no edges not showing, so that the seal is good for the whole way around. There we go. We're just going to make sure. There we go. And then I'm going to fill it with my heart sequins. And then I'm going to do this on top of the heart, because it kind of lets me make it a little bit easier to glue that down. So we're just going to put that on top of the heart, and then just make sure that you really glue that down. And then if there's any excess paper like here, you can just trim it off. And there you go. There's your little heart shaker. Now I could add this to my planner if I put a little hole in it, because it's got quite a good lip here. So if you wanted to put a hole in it to add it to your planner or anything like that. Oh, and look, and I forgot a little heart. But what I'm going to do is just turn it into a little card. I'll just use up the rest of this paper. I don't have a lot of the Valentine's Day paper left, but I'll just go through and kind of add some layers and make a fun little card with it, and I'll be back to show you how it looks when it's all done. So here's the final card that I finished up. All I did was add some pattern paper layers. I found this little card that said "You're a Gem," and I thought that kind of went well with the little shaker card there. So that's that card finished. I love the little shaker. It turned out perfect, and it was so easy to do. And then I also, just for a quick Valentine's Day card, I had this tag left over and some more strips of pattern paper, so I just made another really fast little Valentine's Day card. Added the little button, which I love these little wood buttons, and some twine just to bring in some color. So there you go. There is the Friday inspiration for this month done. Don't forget to check out Joy's video. I will leave a link down below, and you can see how she was inspired by the hearts and valentines and all the love stuff that goes around in February. So don't forget to check her out and give a big thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.